Hello and welcome to episode number 10 of What's the Move. I am very excited to bring to you today a cool play from one of my favorite Hearthstone streamers, and of course one of the top players in North America, Zalae. He's currently playing one of my favorite decks from the latest expansion, the Cubelock deck, which tries to go off by playing Carnivorous Cube on minions like Doomguard and Void Lord, and then getting tons of value from that in combination with certain cards like Spirit Singer Umbra or Prince Tal'Daram. He's playing right now on the ladder against a Tempo Rogue, and the cards he has in hand are 2 Dark Pacts, 2 Defiles, a Prince Tal'Daram, the Coin, a Void Lord, a Mistress of Mixtures, and a Hellfire. Without trying to give away too much, I'll just preface things by saying that the Cubelock deck is definitely the control deck against Tempo Rogue, and the Tempo Rogue is definitely the aggro deck. So, what's the move?
I moves quickly. I wonder.
Zalae chose to go with Prince Tal'Daram, copying the patches to bash in the Southsea Captain. This is a play that I really like because it demonstrates that Zalae really understands his role in this matchup. He knows that the longer the game goes, the more likely he's going to be to win. So all he has to do is survive into the late game. Once he gets to the phase of the game where he's playing cubes and getting a bunch of Void Lords or Doomguards on the battlefield, the Tempo Rogue just really isn't going to be able to keep the pace. They have a bunch of 2-for-1s in their deck, but they don't have a bunch of 5 or 6-for-1s like the Cubelock deck is capable of putting forward. So even though the Prince Tal'Daram is arguably a very important piece of being able to get a lot of value in the late game, Zalae knows that all he has to do is get to the late game in the first place, and he should be able to take over the game from there. Prince 3 saw the least amount of play of the 3 princes from the last expansion, so now that he's starting to see a bit of play in the Cubelock deck, I figured it would be nice to highlight one of the plays that should probably come up a lot, especially if this Cubelock deck and Prince Tal'Daram has some staying power going forward for the rest of the expansion. Now, the other play that was available to Zalae, and one that I expect many of you at home likely chose, was Life Tap into Mistress of Mixtures. This seems like a pretty decent line because it gets you closer to some of those important cards that he'll be needing going forward, such as Skull of the Minari or a Cube. But the reason that I think that play isn't quite as good as the Prince Tal'Daram play is because of the double Defile that we see in his hand. It's probably going to be pretty easy for Zalae to set up a really good Defile clear in a future turn if he's able to hold on to his Mistress of Mixtures. And if he just plops it down on the battlefield right now, it's just going to get eaten up by either a backstab or an attack from the Southsea Captain. And it's not going to likely set him up to have as strong of a board clear for some of the larger minions that he could face down the line. And that's it. Just a quick, easy play showing off one of the moves that I think a lot of people should be thinking about going forward with Prince Tal'Daram in their Cubelock decks. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time.